I think was the most painful thing.
Sir, if I'm allowed to ask you with regard to the Pakistani position in terms of Taliban, do you think it is needed to talk to them and also to recognize this new government?
I think the world, the international community, they do not have a choice. Because if they do not, Taliban is a reality now, they have taken over Afghanistan. Now what are the choices left in front of the international community? I think the only one choice left is that they should incentivize them, they should encourage them to stick to the promises or announcements they have made about inclusive government, about human rights, having given amnesty to everyone. I think the world should encourage them to walk this path. And if that happens, and hopefully, if it works, you could have peace in Afghanistan after 40 years. But what if the world community decides to put sanctions on them, or what happens? It's the people of Afghanistan that are going to suffer. A country which relied until this Taliban have taken over. Until then, the Afghan government, 75% of their budget was foreign aid. If the foreign aid disappears, the country will collapse. And if it collapses, as I said, it's, apart from the humanitarian crisis, this will have implications not only for all the neighbors of Afghanistan, but I think in terms of international terrorism, it will have effect everywhere. So therefore, the only one way to go is to incentivize the Taliban to stick to what they have promised of inclusive government and hope that they take that path.
Your Excellency, the Prime Minister, right now we know that Pakistan and India are members, both countries are members of SCO. How could you comment with regard to relations between two countries, two neighbors, considering this current situation and developments that we see in the region? What do you think, but how could you comment whether the peace, mutual understanding will come between these two countries, your countries?
Well, you know, Pakistan has made every effort to have peace with India. And I can tell you, because I know India very well, I have had great friendships in India. I've had a lot of love and respect because I used to play cricket, and cricket is one of the, a sport that goes right to the grassroots. It's the most loved sport there. So I tried my best to have, improve our relationship with India. But unfortunately, India is ruled by an ideology which is called the RSS ideology. That RSS ideology was inspired by the Nazis in the 1920s and 30s. And it's a racist ideology which actually believes that the Hindu is superior to all the other minorities. And therefore, it is a strongly anti-Pakistan, quite an aggressive ideology which, which believes in subordinating not just the minorities in India, but also the neighbors around them. And so I found it very difficult to take our relationship forward. And then on 5th August in 2019, they unilaterally took away the state of Kashmir. And Kashmir is a disputed territory between Pakistan and India. And this has been recognized by the world community through United Nations Security Council resolutions. So once they did that, then that's when all our communication stopped. Because there's no way we can have normal relationship when what they're doing in Kashmir is violating every human right. The world community worries about Taliban's human rights violations, but what about the